everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 37 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Not Too Complicated, where I think things are about, and I say this a lot, to get complicated. Hey, I can't help it. It's a funny intro. So hey, today I started looking at, or last episode I started talking about, what would be interesting to maybe get into some deeper ProjectE stuff, right? And I think that sounds like fun, right? Yeah, let's get into ProjectE. Let's have a good time. Let's do the ProjectE things. So, you know, looking at the Energy Collector Mark 1, we've already made a few of these. We played with this a little bit, and we're like, all right, yeah, no, I remember that. I'm sure I can automate most of these things. And I looked at Mark 2. Ooh, nah, things are getting a little bit. Okay, refined glowstone we can do. Dark matter, not a big deal. Enhanced ender catalyst. Yeah, I can pull that off. Shouldn't be too bad. A little bit of ender crafting automation. We've automated all that before. Z-logic controllers. We're going to need that slice and splice from custom machinery. And we're going to see the need for some mob heads, which sounds, you know, sounds like a task. Sounds like a task, perchance. Molten soul steel. I'm sure we could pull this off for the most part. So overall, not terrible there. So yeah, that looks good. And then Mark 3. Oh my goodness, what's going on? We're going to need red matter. We're going to need universal mass from mechanism. Remember I said I wasn't sure if I was going to get into that? Well, now I'm sure that I'm going to get into that because it is a requirement. We're going to need some deep stuff from AE2 extras, which is just more crafting, but easily doable. Lutetium ingots from ChemLib. Yeah, we need some lutetium. So chemical dissolving will be part of our goal here. We just need to get some chorus fruit and break it down into lutetium, and then we can combine that lutetium into ingots. So that doesn't seem so... That should be automatable. That should be doable. Gonna need a healthy amount of client stars. We can pull that off, no problem. Okay, cool, great. Antimatter relays, let's talk about them. Again, the first tier we've kind of seen and played with and not a big deal. The second tier, very similar to the second tier of energy collectors, though this time we're going to need ender resonators, which is going to need some enderman heads and some eternal crystals from Better End Forge. So maybe some automation to be had, you know, at some point, for sure, with that. And then Mark 3. Oh boy, now things are getting crazy. Universal mass again and antimatter pellets. Quite a few of them, as a matter of fact. I'm a little concerned at how many antimatter pellets there might need to be. And clearly a lot of this needs to be done in crafting tables. So what I'd like to do is start working towards being able to make tier 3 of both of these. First off, we're going to automate things with the enhanced crafting mod, right? So the extended crafting stuff. I have to figure out how to auto craft with them, but I assume this package crafter is going to play a role, maybe. What's interesting is the basic package crafter doesn't seem to exist, but in terms of recipe wise, but everything else does. So that's cool. I'm guessing the packer, I actually don't know. I have no idea how it works. We'll figure it out together. It'll be fun. I do have the packaged recipe thingy here, and I could probably, you know, set some stuff up. So that should be cool. So we're going to get that going. So basically my goal is I'd like to automate advanced crafting and be able to automate a lot of these resources. So quartz, for example, we're going to want to make the compressed quartz blocks. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. There's two ways I could go about it. We could either go quartz seeds and probably throw them into a power pot, or we could go EMC. So we'll figure out which route we feel like going based on, you know, some variables that we'll come up with in a bit. So for now, let's get started with automating stuff. So what I've done is I've programmed a lot of the crafting recipes for the crafting stuff into here. So if I wanted to make a basic crafting table, it should be, for the most part, no problem. The only things that I don't have automated yet are this black iron ingot, which I'm going to do with a fluid encapsulator and a magma crucible. So what I thought I could do is something like this. If I were to... Do you think he would accept iron in the magma crucible? He probably does, right? Yeah, I'm sure he does. Iron ingots. Can you go into a magma crucible? Yeah, because I don't want you to, and that's going to be a nuisance if you can. Yeah, there he is. Magma crucible. He does turn into molten iron in here. Yeah, that's going to be a hassle. So what we're going to... Because we want blaze to go in here. I know how I can do this. Okay. Give me 2 of these. We're low on redstone. I really need to do that whole seeds thing. But it's so easy to do that. And maybe as we get into the ProjectE stuff, we could have like the chests that generate resources from EMC next to like an EMC producer, and they can just be our infinite resource. collection producer thingy. I don't know. We'll see. There's a couple ways we can do things, obviously. But what I'm going to have is a chest that sits here. And then we're going to have pipes here and here, but you're not allowed to connect. And you're going to accept items from the top and fluids from the right. And you're going to accept items from the top and output fluids to the left. And then basically, that's all she wrote. And what we can have then is a, whatchamacallit, an interface. Okay, and the interface can chill here. Now, how am I for channels? I just want to check this out. You're using 5 at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should have no problem getting our cables. Cool. And then what I'll probably want to do is, let's have you auto output to the back. And then I'm just going to throw the other interface here. We could, if we wanted to conserve our channels, we could just, you know, item duct into there. But meh, I think this is fine. Okay, cool. And then our pattern will be thus. If we look at this, it is 2 iron ingots to 1 blaze powder. See, it's 250. So 2 iron ingots to 1 blaze powder equals a black iron ingot. Okay, so 2 of you. Hey, I said 2. Yields 2 of you with a blaze powder. And there might be other recipes that we need to go off of with this thing in a bit, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. So that seems pretty cool. And if we wanted to, we could put, you know, a little fanciness. Oh yeah, looking sharp. Look at Dyer. Look at Dyer. So now, if we wanted our black iron ingots, so hey, give me 30 of them, right? And then what we want to do is set it so that you and you are extracting. You're going to do blaze powder. And you're going to do iron. Cool? How great is that? And then he'll make all the black iron ingots we need. And that's going to be useful for our auto crafting stuff. Cool. All right. Now, in addition to that, the auto crafting tables all need redstone components and crystalline components. So we're going to want to automate crystalline ingots pretty quickly. So let's prioritize getting an elite tier crafting table so that we can automate this process. Okay, so to automate the elite tier crafting table, we're going to want an elite regular crafting table, which needs more gold, and that's about it. So let's have you get me some gold. Okay, and then we can get our tier 1 elite crafting table, which should be cool. And then, actually, you are ready to make all that. So let's make sure that you're done crafting this guy. So see all the crafting that's occurring? He's doing a good job, isn't he? Yeah, real nice. Real nice, actually. Very pleased. Debating if I want to throw some speed upgrades into my molecular assemblers down there, because some of them are a little bit slow. The pink slime ingots, that's good, right? Like, we're cool on pink slime, honestly. I think so. We should be fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. And I can probably turn you off for the time being, because I'm assuming this has been running for a little bit, and yeah, we've probably been voiding emeralds for a bit now. So we'll leave that off for the moment. Okay, cool. And then you're still working on the pink slime ingots. So you're crafting a few more of those. And you're working on grains of pieziality, which may not actually work in the crusher, does it? I bet it needs to be in the pulverizer. Yes. So let's pull grains of pieziality out of here and stick it back in our pulverizer. Cool. Now he's making our grains of physiology. Awesome. That fixes that mess. And then you're making the crystalline pink slime ingots. And then eventually we'll get our elite crafting table. Cool. I'll be back in a minute when this is done crafting. And yeah, then we'll make it into the auto crafting table. And then we're going to figure out together how to use this to auto craft, because that's going to be the trick. All right, guys. So off camera, I did a quick little bit of capture for our crushing factory. I'm pretty sure it's only the crushing factory from Mechanism that makes this dust. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that should vacuum it all up. And hooray, dust cleanup complete. Nice. In addition, I decided to get prepped for, in between the segment here, while I had the cut going, I prepped for the elite crafting packager process. So I made, using the packager doohickey over here, the pattern for, check this out, you can hit load and it kind of like resets everything, but if you put a recipe in there and hit load, it'll bring it up. How cool is that? But I've got basically this ready to go, right? So the elite tier crafting, which is what we needed to automate for crystalline. And now the theory is that we can have multiple patterns, like 20 of them for the elite tier. So we don't need 20 elite packagers, right? We just need one and we're good. Remember that, and I'm like kind of getting the gist, but there's extended crafting, which is automatable by itself. But then there's the packaged extended crafting mod, which is what I think the elite crafter from this is made from the elite auto crafting table. So we basically make this guy, and it works very similar to what we did up here, which, by the way, I added more of these things because it was still slow. But this is your packaged EX crafting version of the Ender packager. So this is the packaged EX crafting version of the elite packager, right? The elite crafting table. Okay. So I think that when we hook this guy up to some dense cabling, boom, he's going to come online, right? And he's going to get power, and he's going to get his packagings. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in here and you in here. And now what I should be able to get is crystalline ingots. Okay. So if I remove these and I say, hey, I want 11 of them, and hit start, it's making them. How cool is that? Like, that was cool. That was super cool. You get 4 at a time, by the way, so I made 3 iterations of it. How great is that? Huh? I like that a lot, actually. I really like that a lot. I really like that a lot. So with that said, what I'd like to do now is get... I want the gold version of this, and I want the iron version of this down here. Does the iron version not exist? Because that would be a bummer. I guess the iron version doesn't exist, or it just doesn't have a pattern, or it doesn't have a recipe. That's weird. The gold one has a recipe, but the iron version doesn't? That's annoying. I guess we'll see if we need to automate many iron recipes. Like, what do you make? You make some of these things, which we don't necessarily need to automate. An energy condenser would be nice to be able to automate. But we can still do it with the auto crafting table. It just won't be as good. But I'm okay with that. We can live. All right. So all the crafting should occur and come together to make this guy. Sweet. And you're making some slime steel. Now, in addition to that, I would like an unpacker and a packager. Okay. And that should be cool. And I don't know that we need patterns for them yet, but I just want to have it prepped down there and ready to go. Cool. So there's your unpackager. There's your packager. And remember, I don't think the packager has to be right next to the unpackager. I think me just putting it down there makes sense. But I think technically they can be in separate spots. But I do think the unpackager needs to be on top of the machine that's doing the crafting. So you're just making slime steel? Yeah, you just keep doing this thing. I don't know why this keeps happening. But I would like you to know that it's very annoying to me that it keeps happening. So cancel you. So it's weird, but for some reason it keeps inserting things even when it shouldn't, and it's absolutely in blocking mode. So I don't know why it's misbehaving, but it's misbehaving. Most other machines seem to be respecting blocking mode. This guy doesn't seem to want to respect him, and maybe it's because he's inserting in the back. So what I could do, maybe because it's in the both mode. Maybe if I just had it in blue mode for the insertions, I'll have to play with it. But yeah, it's something to figure out. But anyway, got my crystal teens, got my gold dude here, got this guy here. So what we're going to set up is the same thing. Okay, you're going to sit here with an unpackager and a packager. And then our 3 Fluix cables, boom, boom, boom. And that should be cool. And in fairness, you're only using 2 channels? 4 channels in total. Cool. So it's the packagers and the unpackagers that use channels. The crafters do not use channels, but they do get energy from the network. So that makes it a little bit easier. And that's pretty cool. So now we can get that automation cooking. So let's look at automating. You know what I do want to automate, though? You know what I do want to automate, though? I would like to automate with this. Let's load to reset it. And then what I would like to do is, I think this is a yellow tier craft. So I should... That is not right. Processing, crafting, basic, advanced. Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He knows what he's doing. Promise. So this is what we want to make in our advanced crafter, and that's how we can automate our tier 1 version of energy collectors. Okay? So you're going to go here, and you're going to go here, and that should be cool. And now if I want an energy collector, Mark 1, it's just going to tell me that we're missing a lot of things, which makes perfect sense, right? We haven't automated this. We haven't automated any of these things yet. And that is a to-do. So I did add, in the middle of some cuts, chorus flower automation, right? So we've got this guy. I can now use that to make crystallize. So if I cook him into popped chorus fruit and run him through the mechanical squeezer or the multi-servo press, but then I'd have to void the liquid chorus. Can I use you for anything? You can bucket it, and you can turn into those things. So what I could do, I probably just want to void it. So how about we have you have a liquid trash can? Okay. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to have you learning how to make popped chorus fruit. So popped chorus fruit is 1-to-1. So popped from regular, boom. And that's going to be a smelting recipe. Ultimate Smelting Factory should work. And then if I want, and the reason I want to go with the route that I'm going is going this way. It's like you're going to get 2, you might get a 3rd, you might get a 4th. This one, you get 3. I think that's pretty much it, right? Boostable, additional chance 50%. So I don't know, I guess 3. So yeah, you're going to be 3 of those from 1 popped chorus fruit. Okay, now does our multi-servo press have patterns in it yet? It does. It does. Right? Yes, perfect. So now if I say, hey, give me 30 of that, he should be cooking it no problem. See? And it voids the fluid. Nice. So that's that piece done. I'm going to program some of the other autocrafts, but then we have to get into quartz, and I'm going to do that one on camera. So let me get this going. All right, so I've got everything except the quartz ready, and I think the way I want to go about this is I'm going to try doing the RF Tools Multicrafter. So basically what I'd like to do is turn you guys into this. So that's going to be all internal. Boom. And I'm going to have you here, and then you here. And then this guy is going to do this, and that's going to be all internal. And this guy is going to be 2x compressed. It's going to be all internal. Okay. And this guy is going to be 3x compressed. And that's going to be all external. Cool. And I'm going to remember these positions. So this goes here, 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 and here. Now, subsequent quartz will have no problem. And basically, it's going to do that. See? How cool is that? I like it. And then eventually, you know, it'll make lots. Now, I could put you on speed mode, too, if I wanted to. Now, you, I'm going to target quartz and throw red matter at you, which is going to make me a bunch of it. Give me more red matter, if you don't mind. I need more EMC. Luckily, not a problem. I have to find out. There's higher tiers of matter, too, and I should probably look into, you know, learning those. But for now, a stack of red matter should get me a healthy amount of quartz. That would be my assumption. Sweet. It's enough for now. It's enough for now. So I throw this in here, and then boom, now we've got tons of quartz for days. I'm going to get you doing this with an ultimate pipe upgrade, which should be throwing more quartz at it than it can handle, right? So you're doing that, you're making tons of this, and then you're export busing compressed blocks of quartz, which I haven't entirely decided how I want to store these. I'm thinking I might move this, because this is easy enough to move. Like, this is a very easy thing to move, and I probably will. Yes, let's move this. And then what I'm going to have is another couple drawers extending this way, and this will be my EMC farm area. So, like, in addition to my hopper botany pot farms, we will have some EMC farms here, either using energy condensers or some other things. So, yeah, that should be a good route to take. And you're doing, yeah, you're plenty RF a tick, not a big deal. Sweet. So that works, right? Like, that's literally just making tons of compressed blocks of quartz. Yeah, so let's move this thing. What I'll probably do is move you around the corner. I like that plan. So if we just moved you, shouldn't be a problem to put you here. Okay. There you go. And then you get your crafting card back, and you get your sulfur dust and this stuff back. And then you just need your cable. And then he should be crafting, in theory. There we go. Nice. And then the fluoride's coming in. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then you're going to get a couple more drawers. Now, these drawers specifically will not be void upgraded. Got it? So what I probably want is my offhand key ready. Maybe I want another batch of them. Okay, and then you're going to get compressed blocks. Cool. That should work. So now if we look at quartz, we should have 3x compressed quartz blocks. Nice. Okay, cool. I think this works for me. I think I like this plan. And then we can do things in the future to, like, put stupid amounts of EMC in here. But for now, that should probably make a lot of quartz, I would suspect. I'm just debating if I like how repeatable this is, because part of me is worried that it's not that repeatable of a design pattern. Makes me a little bit worried. And wow, are you, like, choking on EMC? Like, what's up, Chief? Why are you so low on EMC? Or RF, I mean. You should be fine here, right? Yeah, disable limit, you're outputting 1500. I think it's just the block can't accept RF fast enough. That must be what it is. He's just not accepting the RF fast enough, which is weird. It's like a slight net loss. That's funny. Yeah, we might wind up restructuring this because, like, if the theory is we're going to eventually have other energy condenser lines, then we might want to. What we might want to do is change up how this item flow thing works, but we'll deal with it. For now, I'm just going to have the basic go like that, and you should be extracting the compressed quartz blocks. And we don't need any kind of speed upgrade on that because he's not making them that fast. As much as I wish he made them faster. But yeah, now we're fine. Cool. So now we should have no problem asking for a Mark 1 energy collector. And he should craft. Boom. How cool is that? Not too shabby. All right. And then to make a Mark 2 is going to need that Mark 1. So let's look at what that looks like. Oh, and I forgot to reinstate this down here. So Mark 2 again. That was this pattern. Now we have most of what we need. We need to teach refined glowstone. We can probably make this happen relatively easily. We can get this stored somewhere relatively easily. It's these guys that we're not prepared to do. Okay. So let's start with getting the auto crafting recipe in there. So all I got to do is take this and this, bring it over to here. I can pop it in there and hit the load button, and it'll remember what that was like. Then I can go to here. You're going to be a number 2, and you're going to be this guy, which actually that's Mark 3. We want Mark 2. Did I remove Mark 2 by mistake? I must have. So save that, and now you've got both patterns on you. That's what I love about this mod, is you can have multiple patterns per pattern. Which makes sense. But you know what I mean. It's cool, right? So now if I want to Mark 2 one of these bad boys, you're just going to complain about your lack of certain things, right? So for example, one thing I know that we don't have for the Mark 2... Let's just add you to the to-do list here, right? I know that you don't know how to make enhanced ender catalysts, right? So I should teach you how to make this, and then you should know how to make this. And you, enhanced ender catalyst, are ender ingots around an ender star. So I need to teach that, right? So we're going to come up to this guy. Now, why don't you two stack? Because I would expect you to stack. So load is that. Okay, I thought you would stack. I expected you guys to stack, but you don't. Okay, so here we're going to say this is the pattern, but I want you in ender chest mode, right? So save. Save. Do you guys stack now? You do. Oh, good. Sweet. Cool. So now if I asked for one of those enhanced ender catalysts, and I'll tell you what, this many ender alternators makes this way faster. Check this out. Way better, right? Way better. Remember how slow that was before? I always had to come up here and tick accelerate it? I added just a few more of these, and it's like drastically faster. So, big win. So now we've got that. Mark II. Now, the main thing we're going to have to get into, obviously, and this is going to have to happen in the next episode, I need to automate refined glowstone. I need to automate dark matter, but most importantly, we need to automate Z-logic controllers. That's the one that we definitely don't have. Like, refined glowstone is easy. It's an osmium compressor. We just put glowstone dust into. That's an easy one, right? We just do this, this. It's glowstone dust turns into refined glowstone ingots, right? In an osmium compressor, 1-to-1. Boom. We do have an osmium compressor somewhere, right? Ultimate, it might be an osmium factory. do have an osmium compressor, don't I? I'm almost certain I do. One of you guys is export busing osmium. Yeah, advanced compressing factory? Yes, osmium compressor is the advanced compressing factory. Right. Cool. Cool. Easy peasy. So that covers that. And then the other one that was a tricky-ish, just dark matter. All right, not a problem, right? I'm pretty sure our best bet for that is just to get some and throw it in there for now. And then we'll be good. But like I said, we got to do slice and splice Z-Logic controllers. So, quick reminder, the Z-Logic controller is made in a slice and splice, which is a custom machinery mod. It looks like it's a single block. I don't think it's a multi-block. It's going to need some power, and it's going to need drowned heads for the Z-Logic controller. Zombie electrodes, which need zombie heads. Graphite electrodes, oh my goodness. Lightning charges, which I think we've already got automated electron. We've already got all of that. So that's not too bad. I remember this not being the worst thing in the world. Oh, there's hot graphite essence. We should probably do that. That would make life a lot easier. And then soul steel ingots, which is going to have to be automated in an alloy smelter because there's no other way to get soul steel. So then we need zombie heads, we need drowned heads, and then we need enderman heads and eternal crystals. Enderium ingots, I think we already have automated. If we don't, yeah, we do. We already have that. That's for that and soul steel. So these are the handful of things we're going to need to automate. So what I think I should do is between episodes, oh, and husk heads too. Let me get zombie heads, husk heads, drowned heads, and enderman heads, right? I think caged mobs can handle all of that for us. That's probably our best bet. So we're gonna have to get ourselves a husk and a zombie and all that stuff. There's a low chance of it, but you get some and we can lightning upgrade it and hopefully we'll have enough. Though to be fair, we need 8 Z-Logic controllers per energy collector. And then we have to look into the antimatter and the universal mass because those are going to be the next big things for us to do. But for now, let's wrap it up point. So Darryl20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Check out the slice and splice. In between episodes, I'm going to get all the heads automated so that we have some by the time we get to next episode, and I'll probably do the hop graphite seeds as well. So I'll automate a majority of this stuff. We might automate soul steel on camera. We'll see. And then eternal crystals, that is a combination crafting, which I think we can automate, right? With the thing, I think. Maybe? Is that a combination crafter? Crafting core. Is that this guy? Combination package crafting and marked pedestal? I think that might be... It might be a little bit of a trickery to automate, but we'll probably do this on camera. Ender shards might be a hassle to automate. But I think we can get them with a mechanism miner, because I think you get them from ores in the end. And we can probably just get a bunch. So, yes, lots of work to do, obviously, to get this going, but I think doable. I think absolutely doable. For now, wrapping up, point Darryl20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.